Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Okay.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find
Dobrze, dobrze. Przyjacielskie wsparcie. I teraz też na mapie nam się w ogóle jakieś kilka dobrych questów odblokowało, ale one nie są jeszcze w dzienniczku. Trzeba tutaj szukać na mapie, nie? Więc jak robicie questy poboczne, to nie tylko to, co jest w dzienniku jest dostępne, bo cała mapka jest tam różnymi dodatkowymi zapełniona. To widzimy się tutaj u pani Dorothy.
Hello. Mind you don't turn quick. If you're stuck with a Duracell feather, it doesn't half hurt.
Hello.
Welcome to Brood and Peck. I'm Ellie Peck. And before you ask, I'm out of a Braxton hair. The lot of it was bought up by a trader in Ottery St. Catchpole. Made me take it in person, they did. No care that I had to shut the shop. Apparently had a bad experience with someone shipping them hair from a Wampus cat. Must have been someone from America, no doubt, because we don't even have them here. Anyway, what are you here for? Mooncar fur? Duracell feathers? Always have trouble collecting them myself as the bird keeps disappearing. Cheeky thing. Used to carry them in the shop, Duracells. But people kept asking for their money back when they'd get home and the blasted things would be nowhere in sight.
Nie, dobre. Okay.
I can imagine that would be rather frustrating.
There's worse. Trust me. Most of the suppliers of whooper feathers may as well be living in St. Mungo's. Not surprising, I suppose, the cry on those things. Oh, but such marvellous feathers. Almost worth going mad for.
Sounds like stocking your shelves comes with some hazards.
Truer words never spoken. Used to carry beasts themselves. Good business it was, but had it up to here with parents grumbling. Not my fault if the little ones caught a flea of an easel. Ooh, you should have heard them. No, best with byproducts. And I do like to make sure the beasts are safe and well cared for. Couldn't guarantee that with some of these prospective owners. Now, why don't you have a good look around? Stocks change all the time, and not just because they disappear. Always best to pop in whenever you can to get things before they run out. Which they used to literally do.
Thank you, I will.
Take all the time you need. And thank you for stopping by. A treat to have you here.
Dobra, ta by nas zagadała na śmierć.
What do you have for sale?
Now, what sorts of beast byproducts might
Dobra,
you be able to
i tutaj
acquire?
możemy... Tak, możemy oddać Testrala. Za 120. No kurczę, ten handel nie do końca mi się podoba. Nie do końca mi się podoba ten handel zwierzątami, że to dostajemy jakieś pieniądze, ale włosie jednorożca... No ja nic nie potrzebuję. Ale jest tutaj właśnie ten sklepik, o którym mówił Smyk, nie? To jest ten sklepik, czyli on się nam tutaj jako pierwszy raz chyba objawił wtedy ze zwierzętami. No dobra.
Cozy than Hogsmeade. Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Not sure how I'd fare in a little.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Dzień dobry.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Nie ma sprawy.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Dobrze. Czyli jaskinia.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Niemożliwe.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Robotki to ja zebrałem. Odszukaj grotę i wejdź do niej, tak? Gdzieś tam. Ziu. Miotła nieoceniona, a tu jeszcze jest, proszę państwa, stolik.
This astronomy table will be best used when it's dark.
Tylko nocą, no tak. To wiecie co? To jest dobry pomysł. Jak już tu jesteśmy, to przy okazji takie rzeczy będziemy sobie robić. Dlaczego nie?
Slytherin scriptorium, but my efforts were in vain. Meet me outside the Slytherin common room. We need to talk.
Okej. Dobra. Możliwe, że to zadanko już nas opuści. Możliwe, że to zadanko nas opuści. Się w ogóle nie zdziwię. Dobra, tu chyba trzeba w tą przekręcić. Bo jeśli chcemy iść w czarną magię, to trzeba te drugie kwestie dialogowe odpalać, nie? A, ładnie. Lion. Ale zobaczmy w sumie, bo tu powinno coś w misjach być, ale tutaj jest tak dużo tego, nie? Tu jest jeszcze Claire. Ja cię kręcę. Tutaj mamy misję. Tutaj gdzieś na dole jeszcze widziałem jest misja. Tu jest misja. W Hogsmeade jeszcze jest misja. Nie no, jest szok. W cieniu nauki i nagrody CRUCIO. Jednak jest coś takiego. To ciekawe, czyli to może nie mieć aż takiego wpływu dopiero później, nie? No spoko, spoko.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Dobra, mam sok z chrobotka. I zobaczmy, Dolina Chrobotków. Wchodzimy.
Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Sir. Better have a look around.
Listy Sirony, tak?
That's all the Horcrux
Sok z
for now.
chrobotka.
Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
A, znowu mamy wystarczającą ilość chrobotków. Spoko. Ale będę zbierał. Bo mi się też przydadzą. Do eliksiru młodości. Listy Sirony. Ciekawe, czy nam się uda te 5 ogarnąć. The Pulso. Tu będą pająki. Tu będą pewnie pająki. Okej, jeszcze pod nami.
Either I'll have to fight that troll.
Oh no!
Avoid it altogether.
Jak zwykle. Jasne. Górski troll. Ziup. Pyk. Pyk. Flipendo to nie za bardzo. O nie! Gdzieżeś to rzucił? Dobra, trzeba magią troszkę. Expelliarmus. Kurde, ale taki troll 5 leveli wyżej. O, ten kamień w sumie by można było odpalić, nie? Dobra, ma klątwę. Ach, ładna kombinacja była, szkoda. No, Wingardium Leviosa będzie dobre. Na pewno. Na pewno będzie dobre. Ziup. Chyba będzie trzeba iść w tą Avada Kedavra. Jak tak dalej pójdzie. Ale z drugiej strony jak możemy przekląć w ten sposób, robiąc idealne traf trolla jego własnym głazem. No to właśnie się dało. Ach. No to właśnie się dało. Tutaj flipendo nie działa, ale mógłbym go zamrozić, nie? Tylko zmieniłem sobie. Kurczę. No ten troll niby 2 levele wyżej, a jest gnyb. Kurde. Czyli trzeba obronę zrobić, bo tam jest na R1. I to trzeba tą obronę zrobić jednak. Ale jaja. Ale to do ogarnięcia. Smarki trolla. Dobra, co tu jeszcze? Chyba pójdziemy sobie tą dróżką. Po prostu otwiera i tyle. Po prostu sobie otwiera. Bez problemu. Witam, wiewiórki. Fajne macie futerka, fajne. O, droga Sirono, wyczarowałem dla ciebie ten maleńki podarek w dowód wdzięczności. Gdybyś na treningu Quidditcha w zeszłym tygodniu nie stanęła w mojej obronie, chyba odszedłbym z drużyny. A teraz wygraliśmy puchar. Bez ciebie dom Ravenclawu nie byłby taki sam. Z poważaniem, Sean, tak? Droga Sirono. Dobrze, to już na przeczytanie spokojne. Filomena. Nie ma szans ze Slytherinem. Ravenclaw. Tego dnia pod 3 miotłami, gdy dostrzegłaś, jak kule się w kącie. Mirabel. Dobrze, tu mamy trzeci.
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
O. Wszystkiego najlepszego z okazji urodzin. Bez. Twarożek Crowdy.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Dobra,
I think
elegancko.
that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back.
Okej, idziemy do Sirony. Hello?
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk clumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
Straszne, tu wszyscy chcą tego Quidditcha. Zabronili nam grać, no. Nie no, to musi być, to musi być.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabel. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabel, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
No, nowe historie. Przyjacielskie wsparcie. Półka na beczki. Oj, punkciki, punkciki. 1 talent więcej. To chyba teraz trzeba Sebixa odwiedzić, nie? No zobaczymy, co z tym CRUCIO. Tutaj pewnie zauważyliście, że jak rzucamy zaklęcie, to ten strój reaguje, nie?
Revelio.
Mam nadzieję, że zauważyliście. Posąg Kelpii. Piękna sprawa. O, patrzcie jeszcze tego. Dobra, ja się skryję tu. No. Ciekawe, czy to wystarczy. No, wystarczy. I w tych skrzynkach mamy 500, więc warto. Warto. No i tu się nie otwiera. Tutaj jest wejście do Slytherinu, nie? Tutaj się wąż powinien ujawnić.
You're here. Brilliant.
Zobaczymy, co z tym CRUCIO.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. It's this
Dobra.
way.
W cieniu nauki. Kurczę, no. Ja jeszcze nie jestem przekonany, czy będę chciał zdobywać to. Ale zobaczymy. Na pewno w drugim przejściu.
Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
A w tym zobaczymy. Może nie będzie tak źle, może też zdobędziemy CRUCIO. Ale to idźmy z biegiem historii. Przekonamy się.
Revelio.
Tutaj jakiś śpioch. Tutaj pani profesor.
There he is. Good luck.
Ciekawe, czy go przekonam.
What are you doing here?
Chciałem porozmawiać o takim panie bez nosa.
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
Please, Ominous. I confided in you before about what happened with the Undercroft. Sebastian simply wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory. Get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait. I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian! Over here!
Oj, będziemy
These
żałować.
grant access to the scriptorium.
Tak, 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 widać.
You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well,
Spoko, ja widzę tylko.
are better than one.
Its two heads are better than one.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, Ominous.
Dobra, wszystko widzę, tylko chciałem z wami porozmawiać. O! Też fajne. To by było przewrotne, gdybyśmy wybierali te pierwsze opcje i też by się udało tego questa ogarnąć.
That brazier went out on its own.
To by mnie zdziwiło, ale jest to na razie prawdopodobne. Zobaczymy.
Something's happening.
Chyba poszło. Kurczę. Ja nie wiem.
Dark
Będziemy się parać?
My favorite.
Lumos!
No comment.
Come on, that was a good one.
Jak to może być rodzina z Voldemortem?
looks like a locked door. We may want to look around.
Oh no. Muszę udowodnić, że mam rację, że nie potrzebujemy czarnej magii, jak twierdzi moja rodzina. Gdy będę w skryptorium, muszę odnaleźć dowody na to, że nie wiemy jeszcze o Salazarze Slytherinie wszystkiego. Napisałem do mojego brata. Wie już, jak weszłem do korytarza i że w skryptorium nie prowadzi żadna prosta droga. To labirynt z wieloma przeszkodami, które trzeba pokonać. Mam nadzieję, że brat podąży moim śladem i razem zbadamy historię naszego przodka.
The journal entry, signed by Noctua Gaunt.
Gaunt? Ominous. Your family was here.
I know. She was my aunt.
You knew? And didn't tell me?
Ominous. The journal mentions many challenges ahead.
That's why I said this could be dangerous. Aunt Noctua kept my father informed until she vanished.
Revelio.
Dobra. Działamy. Ale kurczę.
People formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear.
Tak, tak. Ale powiem wam, że jak jesteśmy na innej drodze niż Slytherin, to tak, kurczę, kusi to. Bo tam to jest oczywiste, ale
Sinister.
tutaj?
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Believe me, I am having thoughts, but I'm still convinced we should go ahead.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
It worked! Ominous, you possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us?
Lumos!
Never mind.
Wow. Nie, no to jest miazga.
There's no clear way forward.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
Tutaj coś jest.
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Jest jakaś zagadka. Tu są takie zamazane przedmioty. O, tu sobie przejdę. Dalszą drogę.
Revelio!
Szczerze mówiąc, jest interesująco. Salazar Slytherin umieścił skryptorium głęboko pod Hogwartem. Obawiam się, że zgubię się w tych mrocznych korytarzach. Jestem jego potomkinią, a mimo to czuję się tu obco. Zapalenie koksowników nieco rozjaśniło korytarze. Nie upadnę na duchu, dotrę do celu jedno wyzwanie po drugim.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome. Lumos!
Dobra, tu mamy zamek.
The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it.
Co mamy zrobić? Aha, tu mamy dostosować.
That didn't sound good.
Salazar Slytherin didn't make this easy.
Dobra, czyli tak. Bo tam to było gdzieś, nie? Na tych drzwiach. Ale jeszcze tu jest przecież ten zamek. A, i tu jest drugi zamek. Czyli tak. Musi być wąż. I to.
Another
Dobra.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Must run in the family.
Look in a mirror. Sebastian.
Dobra. Tutaj mamy.
matching the symbols did open it.
Was about to do that myself, but you got to it first. Nice work.
Spoko loko, tu jest kolejne. Ja cię kręcę. Ale hardcore. Ale dobra, bo tam mieliśmy jeszcze jedno, nie? Ale tu jest kolejna notatka. Ja cię kręcę, hardcore. Pomyliło mi się przy tarczy, która uderzyła mnie w twarz niczym prawdziwy wąż, ale muszę znaleźć rozwiązanie z uwagi na moją rodzinę. Nie możemy skazywać dzieci na okowy starych tradycji. W skryptorium musi znajdować się dowód na to, że nasze dziedzictwo polega na czymś więcej.
Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did. And she was my
Incendio.
favorite person in the world.
Lumos.
Tylko teraz, gdzie mamy rozwiązanie? Widzimy gdzieś tu rozwiązanie? No, szczerze nie. Dobra, to najpierw sobie pójdziemy do tamtego. Jaki hardcore. No, bo tu jest jeszcze takie. Tu jest taki byk, a tu jest... Powiedzmy taka jakaś podkowa, coś takiego. No to do którego będzie? Już ciężko znaleźć, nie? Te rozwiązania. Ale dobra. Użyjmy. No, tu nie ma czegoś takiego. Dobra, tu jest podkowa. Okej. To się otworzyło, ale tu ciemno?
That sounded promising.
Lumos. Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Dobra, to się otworzyło. 4. Niesamowite. Ta podróż jest bolesna, ale i satysfakcjonująca. Wkrótce znajdę skryptorium i odkryję nieopisane tajemnice założyciela naszego domu. Salazar Slytherin miał wobec nas znacznie większe plany. Jestem tego pewna.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
Kurde.
All I heard was rewards.
Widzimy już.
Keep going.
Widzicie? CRUCIO? Jest CRUCIO. Dobra, czyli tu jest taka ryba, a to jest taki piramida.
We've got more to solve
Ryba,
ahead.
piramida.
Search each corridor. It may not be obvious which leads where.
Tak, tak, tak. Ryba do góry, piramida na dole było. Piramida na dole, ryba do góry. Dobra, jest.
Excellent
Tylko
work. We're
to
another
jest
step
to?
closer to the scriptorium.
Ja cię kręcę. Nie, no to jest niebywałe. Powiem wam, że takich emocji jeszcze w tej grze nie było. Jeszcze nie było w tej grze takich
Spotted something
emocji.
ahead. Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
O kurde.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Czyżby bez wyjścia? Rzucenie CRUCIO? 5 na 5. Straciłam nadzieję. Jestem w martwym punkcie. Słyszałem wrzask i widziałem udręczone twarze. Tylko zaklęcie niewybaczalne może mi otworzyć dalszą drogę. Nawet gdybym chciała je rzucić, nie ma tu nikogo, na kim mogłabym to zrobić. Salazar Slytherin zaprawdę wymyślił podłe wyzwanie. W ostatnim liście do brata zaprosiłam go tutaj, a teraz, jeśli podąży tu za mną, samotnie będę odpowiedzialna za jego śmierć. Pomimo różnic między nami, nie życzę mu źle. Szkoda, że nie byliśmy w lepszych stosunkach.
Ominous. Her skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
Ja cię kręcę. Nie ma wyboru. Czyli wchodząc na tą ścieżkę, cokolwiek wybieramy, to i tak to się dzieje.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and CRUCIO is etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
You know him better than I do.
Very well. Wish me luck. Wish we had some liquid luck. Ominous, I know this is the last thing you want to do.
Yes, it is. I thought you knew me better.
Lumos.
But this is different. Whoever you cast it upon would have agreed to it first. It wouldn't be an innocent victim. We have to open the door.
The spell won't work unless you mean it. That's true of all unforgivables. If it must be done, then one of you must cast it.
No to Sebix rzuci. Skąd ty znasz takie rzeczy już?
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
Dobra. No to tak. O, czyli teraz mamy opcję. No to w sumie spoko. Czyli spoko. Udało się tego questa jakby zrobić, ale nie musimy się uczyć CRUCIO, nie? Chcę się nauczyć zaklęcia, ale to ty musisz je na mnie rzucić. Naucz mnie zaklęcia, a ja rzucę na ciebie, tak? Nie chcę się uczyć zaklęcia. Sprawdzimy, nie? Czyli teraz oficjalnie druga ścieżka musi się zdarzyć. Musi się zdarzyć. Będziemy robić te wszystkie opcje, ale teraz jako gryf, jako gryfon lecimy.
I don't want to learn the curse, but I can handle the pain. It's fine. Cast it on me.
I shan't forget this. Ready?
I'm ready.
Crucio! Are you alright?
Are you all right?
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Ale hardcore. Dobra, czyli fajnie. Czyli są różne ścieżki tego zadania i nie musimy się uczyć.
Sebastian, Ominous. There's a book just here.
You found something.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
Lumos. Revelio.
Dobra, ja sobie sprawdzę jeszcze, co tu mamy. Ale sztos. No to fajnie, nie? Czyli mamy jeszcze do sprawdzenia w sumie dwie opcje, ale na pewno się będziemy uczyć następnym razem. Obawiam się, że nigdy nie dojdziemy do porozumienia. Nie potrafię przekonać nikogo z nich, by posłuchał głosu rozsądku. Miałem nadzieję do przemyślenia Godryka, że przemyślenia Godryka są zbieżne z moimi, że zrozumie, iż ucznia musi cechować nadzwyczajność, ale on uległ niedorzecznemu przekonaniu, że potomkowie Mugoli są równie zdolni jak dzieci czystej krwi. Był wściekły, kiedy wyraziłem swoje niezadowolenie z jego refleksji na ten temat. Refleksji, których jeszcze nie ubrał w słowa. No tak, bo tutaj czysta krew jest mega ważna. Super. Ale hardcore. Ale hardcore. Możemy się napić jeszcze.
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
Revelio.
Co tu jeszcze mamy? Bo chyba wszystko znalazłem.
I don't want to
Tak.
leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
Kurde, ten się wkręcił.
Who could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
Skryptorium Salazara Slytherina. Ten się wkręcił. Czyli Awada to tylko kwestia czasu, ale ciekawe czy dla nas, nie? Jak nie umiemy CRUCIO.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Ale przeszedł. Ale zadanie naprawdę takie ciężkie. Energetycznie.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
Wow. W cieniu nauki. No i ciekawe, czy będzie kontynuacja tego, nie? Ciekawe. Ale CRUCIO już dla nas, jako gryfon, który nie chce się parać czarną magią, dosłownie, będzie zablokowane już, nie? Tak, powinno być zablokowane. No spoko. Zrobimy i tak drugie przejście, więc myślę, że fajnie też było zobaczyć, jak odrzucamy tą ofertę. Ale z drugiej strony super, że możemy wykonywać te zadania i możemy to sprawdzać, jak wygląda. Także fajne, naprawdę fajne. Teraz może fabułka wróci, albo jeszcze troszkę pobocznych, ale no to było coś. Dzięki za oglądanie tego odcinka, a teraz koniecznie zobaczę kolejny film na kanale i do zobaczenia. Hej, hej, hej!